Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Society. I'm your host and your Dungeon Master, Savvy, and we're here to play some more Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm very excited. Before we do, gotta turn my headphones up a little bit, because that mic isn't coming through, because I am a professional streamer. Before we do, let me tell you a little bit about what we got going on here on the channel the rest of the week. We're back in full swing this week. Very, very exciting. Obviously, we're here today playing Dungeons and Dragons. You can join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That is Tuesday. For the premiere of one of our new shows. The Tabletop Tuesdays crew is sitting down to start a Stars Without Number campaign. It is called, I wrote it down, Escape Velocity. Game Nights is heading back to space. I'm very, very excited. I'm not familiar with the Stars Without Number system, but David is going to be running that. He knows, he's the expert. He'll get you through it just fine. Along with our wonderful friends, LB and Alex and Z, and then returning back to hang out with us, Mecha, or Mechalide Spider, is going to be joining that crew as well. So come hang out. It's going to be a great time. That's tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then after that, this week, we have most of our regular shows. We have Elegant Creatures on Thursday. Nothing yet on Friday, but we do have another premiere coming up in the next couple of weeks for you on Fridays. That'll be Neon Gods. I'll let Val talk about that one since they're kind of running the show a little bit. And then Saturday, what's this Saturday? Star Power? Is this Saturday? Yeah, so 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Star Power. And then 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, we have Duskwell's Dead. We'll be back to that. We took yesterday off because I was sick. But I'm back now for the most part. So that will be our schedule for the rest of the week. And then keep an eye out on our Twitter and our Discord and everything. And we'll let you know what else we have going on. But I'm very excited to let my cast introduce themselves, tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and who they are playing tonight, starting with Rob.
Before I do that, I was trying to figure out why I couldn't hear the music in Spotify, and then I got a text that said it's playing through the entire house on every speaker except for my PC.
Yes.
All I got was a text that said, "Are we embarking on a quest?" And I was like, "What the fuck do you mean?" Like, my guy, it's playing on every speaker. So, fixed it. Hi, I'm Rob, hot mess and cool bisexual dad here. For those of you who don't know me, I am a writer and producer of TTRPG content here on Twitch, and namely, I am a player in the Saturday night's Pathfinder game, which is not this Saturday but next Saturday. I play a goblin who is named Gooey, and he's a gooey boy. You can find all the other projects that I'm in, which have yet to be announced for May, on my Twitter when they get announced at Bonus Stage Rob. But tonight I am playing Willoughby Wonderfoot, first year. He is a good little Owlin paladin boy. So, yeah.
All right. Next up is Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel Elizabeth. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth, where someday I will start streaming again when life calms down. On Sundays, I'm on LB Hackemup's channel, either doing D&D or right now we're finishing up a Masks campaign, where I play a weird alien girl. And here tonight, I am playing a weird water genasi druid. Do you sense a theme with me? I don't know. And my water genasi druid is Sereia, the flighty little girl at Coachella.
I like Sereia the Flighty. It's like,
Oh yeah, it's like a
something
title
from olden
like
times.
it's kind of, yeah, Sereia the flighty.
Excellent. Next up we have Sid.
Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. again, just almost exclusively talking about the TTRPG stuff that I do on the internet. Yeah, I'm here several nights a week. We'll talk about that at the end. You can also find me Wednesdays on twitch.tv/critical misses, playing some good society. But queer. Queer society. It's very important. Always queer. Hashtag always queer. Tonight, I am playing the very extra Giselle, the Tabaxi sorcerer. Yeah, so Giselle the extra, I think, yeah, that pants. That checks out.
Yeah, I buy that.
That's me.
Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, I think so.
Name the something.
I think so. Yeah.
We are now.
Mhm.
Yeah, last up is Val.
Now this pressure's on me to come up with that by the end of this. Hi, everyone. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, Twitter and Twitch. I'm here Thursdays through Mondays playing and running games, mostly playing these days. I do run 2 games on this channel, one of which, Neon Gods, was talked about earlier. I say run very loosely. It's sort of going to be co-facilitated by my lovely cast, most of which are here. But you can join us on Fridays for that, starting... We came up with a date for that, didn't we? The 13th, I think, is our
Sounds right.
projected start date. Yeah. Oh, Friday the 13th.
Oh,
be our
excellent.
start date in
Yes.
May. So it's going to be great. Yeah. Neon Gods. It's going to be a hack of good society based on the Wicked and the Divine series of graphic novels. Cat just jumped up in the window behind me.
They were very excited about the Wicked and Divine.
Very
fans.
excited. That's all I really can say about it, because we're going to be doing a session 0 and talking a lot about like our visions of the world and all that. So come join us on the 13th for that. It'll be very fun. And then I also run this coming Saturday Night Star Power. We are in full swing, kind of in the final acts, the death throes, you might say. No, it's great. The final act of our Fate JoJo's Bizarre Adventure / Jujutsu Kaisen anime bullshit game. So come hang out with us there. But tonight I will be playing Law Justicia, who is an Law the Nervous, I think, is kind of what has come across so far. That's kind of where their personality is going. Law the Timid. Law the going along with
Law the me.
Giselle's plans.
Law the distracted.
Law the very distracted.
Law the distracted. I like that.
I'm mostly nervous about all this shit that's going on with these other characters that I threw in and that Savannah seems to be running away with. So yeah, but yeah, is an artificer, tiefling variety, and that's
You created some good NPCs. You should be proud.
who are going to torment me for the next however many sessions we're running this.
We've been doing this for so long that you said artificer, tiefling, variety, and I swear to God, I thought the next word out of your mouth was gonna be streamer.
Streamer. Yes, Law is a streamer.
A variety.
Lord.
Y'all's a VTuber now, y'all.
Welcome to my stream.
Today I'm going to be interviewing somebody that I found walking through the door. I
We
don't think
started
this is
20
my
minutes
dorm
ago,
room.
but I did forget to press the go live button.
Yeah, that is about right.
So we start again.
This is so real. Oh God.
What was the first question I asked you?
Microphone was muted for 30 minutes.
No one told me. There are a lot of you in chat and no one said a word. You think this is funny?
This is on all of you.
This is now going to be my character. You
Can we
joke.
create an extracurricular that's just like the podcasting club?
Oh no.
What have
Welcome to the Strixcast.
Wait, are we just gonna do a podcast?
Are we just gonna do
As our characters?
Wait, hold on, let
They
me
were
turn
just
off
right.
everybody's camera.
Sponsored by Casper Mattresses.
Believe me, they
Strixhaven.
are really the magic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just like it's actually like filled with like ghosts and shit. Each of them. and they're
Yeah.
Like
Do you have
sleeping
trouble sleeping?
on a cloud.
Did you
Made of
recently get
ghosts.
bit by a mimic?
Oh,
Targeted advertising has gotten way out of control.
what are we doing? What game is
A
that?
podcast. Hello.
Where are
That was all Val's introduction.
That was.
we?
All of it. And you see, you were worried about coming up with something. Look at you.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna let y'all
Law of the
introduce my
podcaster.
characters for me now.
And I'm Savvy and I'm running the game. You know where to find me. It's on Twitter yelling about shit. Are you guys ready to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
I didn't write a recap because I was busy putting buttons on my stream deck.
Valid. I mean, if you're gonna join the
Priorities.
cast, you gotta
Guys,
like,
I got a
you know,
stream
get this
deck
shit
for my
together.
birthday.
Yay!
It's got all kinds of
There's
buttons, and I would show you, but I don't want to move my webcam because it's a bitch to get it to set right on my monitor. So you'll just have to believe me that it looks great.
Can confirm we've
Um,
seen it.
So
Happy
last
early
time,
birthday.
thank you. I think it's almost Rob's birthday too. Happy almost birthday.
Happy
like
almost
4 hours.
birthday.
I know.
Thank
To
you.
you. To you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just do birthday stuff later this week. All right. Last time on this show specifically, we started it, and it was great. You met a lot of new friends, more than I was anticipating to come up in a single session, but they did, and they were all wonderful. Some of them were more wonderful than others. You showed up for orientation, which I guess I should admit that it did not really help orient you to anything school related, except for where a bunch of stuff is in the Biblioplex, because you all got paired up on the owl team together to do a scavenger hunt. You did so successfully, gaining some different prizes that I'm sure you all wrote down on your character sheets, including what I told you they did, which would be great because I didn't and I would have to find them again. Some great magical items, including a mascot and a pendant. And you also encountered a little drama in the Biblioplex as one of the trunks of costumes that the live action role playing society were working on came to life and sprouted huge purple tongue and terrible, terrible sharp teeth and almost murdered Willoughby. But it was okay. You saved
I'm
him.
in danger.
And everything was fine. And last I checked, after a bit of a check-in with Professor Mavinda Sharpbeak, the Owlin guidance counselor and Silverquill professor here at Strixhaven.
Yeah, Kukovaya.
After talking to her for the second or third time, checking in a little bit, her giving you some advice to stay out of trouble for at least the rest of the day. You were going to head down to the Fire Jolt Cafe, which I realize I'm going to have to pop my notes out of if I'm going to show the audience the map. So yeah, the four of you, Willoughby sitting within one of Giselle's very nice handbags, having recovered thanks to some healing magic from Sereia, as well as a little bit of magic from our friends out there in the chat. The four of you are heading down out of the Biblioplex and toward the Fire Jolt Cafe. The magic music. Yeah. Let me put you on the little map of it, because it's got one. So you head down. It's not far from the Biblioplex. It's sort of part of this like group of buildings that is in the center of campus. You walk through the large sort of front wooden doors, and you see a lot of things. There are lots of tables in here. The first area that you walk into are sort of these long wooden almost like benches. They're long and sort of have a seat sitting around them. And you see a few students sitting there reading, writing some notes, or going through orientation materials, that kind of thing. And as you walk farther in, there's a whole set of large wooden tables, lots of chairs around them, people sitting at them, eating, having coffee, that kind of thing. And in the center of the room is the big counter, the Barista Station. You see 3 people behind the counter currently, 2 younger looking, probably students, and 1 taller woman who looks a little bit older, who seems to be running the show. She's tall, has long sort of pointed elf ears, dark auburn hair that's sort of tied up in 2 buns at the base of her neck. And you see her sort of following behind the students who are mixing drinks, like making food. And she is sort of continuously summoning like little motes of fire in her hand, and heating them and sort of helping to prepare all of this stuff as it goes out. It's a bustling little joint. What would you like to do?
I don't see frappe on the menu, but I can tell them how to make it.
I mean, they just raise the coffee and then just like blend it up, right? Is that not how they
No.
make them?
Blend. Oh,
No.
the strong espresso with ice and lots of sugar. Frappe.
That explains why I got fired from the Starbucks after a week.
At least that's frappe in Kaladesh.
I'm hungry. I'm going to get a snack.
Okay. Kukuvaya, you want frappe?
Oh, I'm still working on this one. It's warm in my belly.
Okay.
It's making me sleepy. That
Frappe
also
makes
might
you
be the head
sleepy?
trauma.
We get you one more frappe. You should not be sleepy.
Okay.
Sereia, you want a frappe?
Okay, I'm also hungry. I need something to eat.
Snacks and frappes. Okay. Just walks immediately up to the counter, regardless of if people are in line.
Okay, you
With Willoughby still in her purse.
you walk up to the counter with Willoughby in your purse, and the redheaded woman sort of finishes what the drink that she's making. Sort of closes her hand around the mote of fire in it, and it disappears. Shakes a little bit of ash off, looks at you. Yeah, love. What can I get for you?
For frappes, what do you want to eat? Sandwiches?
Do they have popcorn?
Do you have popcorn?
Not here. You can check the student store in the back. We've got a sandwich of the day, if that helps.
What is that?
Well, let's find out. Roll a d6
All right.
on the
Randomly
sandwich
generated
table.
sandwiches.
There's
a sandwich table.
I'm not
High
joking. It's in
stakes
the book. I
rolls.
didn't make this up.
You're amazing.
Didn't make this up.
6!
The best sandwich.
The best sandwich of all.
I mean, I would be like spicy food, dragon breath peppers, salami on a bagel.
It's spicy, yes?
Yes.
I do want one of those too, but I'm also going to check out the store back here and see what else they have. I'll be back in like a minute.
Okay. Kukavaya, you want a sandwich?
Willoughby is absolutely just like curled up in the corner of your purse, taking a nap. Just
She won't like close it all the way, but she'll be like, okay. For frappe, 3 sandwich.
Right. Can I get a name for that?
Giselle.
Giselle. Right. Be about 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
And she sets some of the students to work, making your sandwiches and your coffee. Law, you wander away toward the back of the cafe. So along the back, there are a few areas that are like partially walled off, but there are open doorways going into them, except for on the very far right. Those rooms are sort of cordoned off with curtains. But in the very back, there is an area with a sign on the wall that says Fireside Lounge. There's a couple of fireplaces inside. There are lots of couches and tables and stuff, just kind of scattered around the room. And then off to your left, you see a small store. Wander in.
Yes.
Okay.
Wandering being keyword.
You wander into the what looks like mostly a newsstand. There's lots of shelves that have all kinds of stuff on them. There's newspapers. There's copies of the Strixhaven Star that you can get. There's magazines. There have been some posters and stickers and journals. All kinds of stuff. And then sort of off to one side, there is like a shelf of like non-perishable snacks that you could buy for your dorm.
You said there's a roll of like books and stuff though? Like there's the like magazines and stuff?
Yeah, there's like magazines and stickers and journals and planners and all kinds of stuff.
Definitely looks through some of those. Anything that might appeal to Law's sensibilities. Tech magazines.
Sure. There is one.
Artificers Weekly.
Sure. There is a stack of Artificers Weekly that is showing some particularly complex, like clockwork machine on the front by a man named Dr. Goldberg.
I'm going to make that note because I assume that's a very important NPC that will show up later.
Yes. You've heard of Dr. Rube Goldberg before and his fancy machines.
God damn it. I didn't clock. That's where you were going with
I know.
that.
But yeah, there's so Artificers Weekly. There's others. There's one called Mages Monthly. There's one called Spells and Caster. There's Potions. All kinds of stuff.
Boring. That's the only one I grab. The others, and then goes over to the non-perishables and gets like a couple bags of chips, like almost one of everything. I think he keeps seeing something that looks good and has like an armful of stuff. It's like, oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good. And just comes back out with just a whole heaping amount of stuff.
All right. I cost you like a few copper. It's not expensive.
Sure. Wait, we have to pay for our food as students? This isn't all just like
Yes.
comps to us?
That's how stores work. Surprise.
I don't know why I would expect anything to be different in magical school.
Yeah, you wander back out with the magazine and some snacks. And around this time, your friends have grabbed food and coffee. And you all sort of park at one of the tables. There's also like a couple of bars with stools if you'd like to sit there instead.
Immediately grabs the best table with the best vantage point.
All right. So you grab a table sort of off to one side where you can see kind of the comings and goings from both sides of the Barista Station, back where like the lounge and everything is, and also the sort of seating areas and the front doors and everything. You enjoy?
Are we going to go by like
Nice.
sitcom rules where like this is our table forever now? No one else can ever sit at this table?
Giselle starts carving her name into the table. Yeah.
Anyone else sits at this table, we just like stare at them angrily until they get so uncomfortable they walk away.
You really think Giselle is going to be passive aggressive about anything? Someone sitting on our table. Excuse me. Do you see? Why are you here? No one wants you here. Go. Go now.
All right. Anything you want to get up to?
So when do we actually start classes and things?
I assumed somebody would tell us.
Willoughby would know.
Lukovi is sleeping.
You should probably wake him up. He hit his head pretty hard.
Willoughby. Lukovi. Wake
Oh,
up.
good morning.
It's not morning. It's the little past noon. Here, I got you extra little tiny frappe here.
Oh, thank you.
Do
Where-
you know when we start classes?
Oh, yes. Let me find the agenda. GM, when do we start classes?
Tomorrow.
Classes start tomorrow. I hope you picked yours.
Yes, I turned in the paper. It says what class I want.
Oh, which, I forget if we may have already figured out we're in the same classes. I can't remember if that conversation happened in Discord or not.
I think it was just Discord. I don't think
Oh.
we know in character yet.
Well, I have my basic magical auras class, and then I have my history of magic and art class, and then I have introduction to archaeomancy.
Oh, I have the art and magic history class with you.
Oh, yay! Maybe I could ride in your purse. It's fun in here. It's all warm and it smells really nice, like perfume.
Oh, thank you, Kukabaya. I have much bigger. Still smell nice. I'll wear tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Is there a place, hypothetically, that we could go to look up to which classes that we signed up for if we happen to have forgotten which classes we're taking and when and where?
Oh, here.
Well, there should be a
no.
directory.
I kept copy. You told me to keep copy because you would lose.
That was very smart of me. You sure that
Yes.
wasn't the order?
No, that was you.
Oh, very smart of me. I'm also taking the intro to archaeomancy.
Oh, excellent. We could be study buddies.
Yeah. That's the class that I'm very excited to take because that is my college. Yay.
Which college did I say I was in? Oh, God.
You're on a track to join Lorehold.
That's right. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. We're in the same college?
Maybe. I
We could
guess.
be lifelong study buddies. Oh, and next year we could start taking all the same classes because we know each other and we were on a team together and we'll both be in the same college. Did I say that already? I'm so excited. Starts sipping his drink.
It's very exciting. I'm also taking computational magic. Is anybody else taking that?
Ugh, no.
No.
That sounds really hard.
Too much for me. I take history, art, magic, beginning, incomancy. I want to see if I like it. And introduction to aesthetics.
I'm not taking any of those.
I'll see enough of you, it's fine. What? You want to see me more? Join one of my classes.
This has all gotten very aggressive talking about classes. I feel
What's
like I'm at
aggressive?
family dinner.
No one's aggressive. We're just talking.
But no, I think we see enough of each other as is.
Good. Sereia, what you take?
Well, magical physiologies, because I think that's required. I'm also taking Arcanobotany for beginners. That one sounds like that'll be fun. And then I'm taking a class called Intro to Creative Destruction, which sounded like that one could be entertaining. And then my favorite is going to be Arcane Tinctures and Toxins. I think we're going to learn about poisons.
Which one
That
is
sounds
the
both exhilarating and frightening.
Which one is the creative destruction? I didn't see that on the course list.
Oh, that is a Prismari class.
Let's see. All right.
You could probably take it next year.
Tell me how it is. I really wasn't sure about the. I think I read the creative part and then I stopped.
Yeah, I was a little worried about the creative part because I've, kind of had to do a lot of like creative stuff and art and music and stuff like my whole life growing up. But then it said destruction.
And that's the part that sold me on it when you just said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me how that goes. Damn, I can't believe I didn't read this.
I'm sure we'll have projects. Maybe you can help.
That would be nice. I was looking at some of the extracurriculars. There was a guy at the place that was saying a thing about the club, and I wasn't really sure about that club, but I was thinking that there are probably other clubs that we can join, right?
Oh, yes. There's quite a bit.
We met that guy earlier, the orc. He was
Yes.
talking about the I don't remember. There's a flyer somewhere. Just like searches around. I think I
was,
dropped it.
It was a botanist club. The oh gosh. Oh no. Fantastical Horticulture Club.
Oh, that sounds like something you like, Sereia.
I don't know. I've done a lot of that kind of stuff because I lived on an island for a few years and that's basically all I did. So I was hoping to do other things. I'm good at growing stuff. I don't really need to do that in my spare time.
So you're good at it. You don't like it all that much?
No, I like it. I just don't want to only do that.
Oh, I see. More well-rounded. Makes
Yes.
sense.
That's why I'm not taking exclusively Witherbloom classes.
My sister tell me, Giselle, make most of experience, try different things. So that's what I try to do.
I don't have a sister.
You're lucky.
I wouldn't know either way.
I'm also not very good at growing things, except for setting up. Have you heard of hydroponics? That's the only bit that I really get into, as far as the more mechanical engineering aspects of it.
Well,
You would like Willa. She has a very cool greenhouse on the island with lots of hydroponic stuff set up. She grows very dangerous things in there. There's a whole section I wasn't allowed to go in.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I'm glad she's my friend and not my enemy. She's a scary lady.
you now understand what it's like to have sister then.
Oh. I guess she was kind of like an older sister. Maybe. Are they really hard on you and yell at you a lot when you disappoint them?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, then yeah.
Willoughby, do you have any siblings?
17.
Holy shit.
Spit takes frappe. You have 17 siblings.
Mm-hmm. I'm the oldest.
Do you know all of their names?
Um,
I didn't mean to put
He-
Rob on the spot.
he
Sorry.
would. He absolutely would.
Names them off in order.
Yes.
Give me a second.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Oh god, yeah, no, he would. I'm not gonna do it.
Don't, please.
That sounds absolutely terrible.
Oh no, it's quite lovely. You always have like friends to play with.
Hmm.
I only have 2 siblings, and that is enough. Are you all around same age?
How do birds work?
It's like a clutch of 17 eggs.
It's like a yeah, I guess, yeah.
Probably have like a few that are the same age as you, and then a few that
Probably,
are like a couple
yeah,
years
like,
younger, like in stages.
Some quintuplets and...
I am minutes older. Like I hatched first because I was determined. But
That
yeah,
seems right.
That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Hacked your way out.
You and my sister would have a lot in common, I think.
Oh really? Was she the one that looked exactly like you?
Yes, that's her most defining feature.
Are you older? Is it like twins where like one of you is like minutes older? Because that's how I am with my quintuplet brothers.
She is the older one, and she does not let me forget it.
Oh, well, that's okay. It's not so bad being the younger one either, I've heard. It just means that she made the mistakes and then you learn from them, right?
No, I was making most of the mistakes.
Oh, well, that's okay too, as long as you're learning.
I learned things, yes.
And there you go.
If your siblings let you learn things.
So, where do we go now as far as like dorm situation? Did you all put your luggage somewhere?
Would we have gone straight to
You guys already moved
the
in.
Biblioplex? Yeah, okay.
So,
My brother in Christ, you have a room.
I haven't actually been to my room yet.
I'm sure someone put your stuff away if you showed up with stuff, or someone stole it.
Oh, no. I'm sure that wouldn't let that happen.
You
I'm sure
should
I'll
go
figure
check
this
your
out.
room.
As you're having this conversation, we've got some exciting music. Ready? You ready for this?
Ooh, yeehaw.
Yeah.
It's party time. You hear a little bit of music and some raucous laughter coming from the back of the cafe around the lounge area. And you see sort of standing in one of the doorways, laughing uproariously at something someone has just said. Your friend and mine, Kadoris.
Who's laughing so loudly? Oh, the handsome one.
And he sort of lets out another laugh and kind of looks, ducks into the lounge, and then kind of sticks his head back out and like looks around the rest of the cafe, and sees you guys, and recognizes at least two of you. At this point, you've all met him at this point, right?
I think all of
Yeah.
Did everyone except for
I did not.
Sereia didn't. I know you all met Terrible Quintilius, who chat seems to love very much. But he sees at least Willoughby in law, and sort of waves, and then gestures like, "Come here."
I hope they're doing one of those live action role play things. We've got to go over there.
Oh, okay. We go
I-
see what they laugh about.
Willoughby immediately like perks up and like scurries out of the purse.
Oh, okay. Watch the lining.
I remember him talking to me about something and talking about building stuff. I think they were doing some sort of like bowling thing. He talked a lot about rolling, but I don't remember many of the details. I said I'd build things for him though, and he got very excited about it. We should go talk to him.
We should go make sure the little one is okay. They really did hit their head very hard.
You all make your way over, and you see a few folks sort of hanging around in the lounge. Somebody sort of sitting off to the side, like picking out some music on a lute, but there is a group of students sort of huddled around one of these tables that's inside, and Kadora sort of greets you, smile on his face, just like the last time you saw him. Says, "Willoughby Wonderfoot."
Cadorius Demoar, I think.
Close enough. How are you? I heard you had sort of a tumble.
Oh yes, we were attacked by Oh wait, sorry. Ham it up. We were beset by a malevolent mimic in the biblioplex, and I went down in armed combat.
I love it. What a wonderful story. Is it true? A mimic? Really?
I think so. It sure seemed like it based on what I've read.
Wow. That's terrifying.
Trunk with teeth and a big tongue and yeah.
Sounds like what I know of mimics.
It ate him. He died.
You died?
He died.
Well, I don't know about that, but I definitely got hurt.
You
You
didn't
didn't
see.
die.
You were dead.
No, he would know if he was dead.
Do you know if you've
She
died?
raised him back to life.
No, he wasn't dead. I've seen Dad. He wasn't dead.
He was dead.
He wasn't dead.
Well, either way, sounds like you've had a fascinating morning. I'm
It
sorry.
was definitely a fascinating morning.
He looks at you, Sereia. I don't believe we've met.
She's gonna like lean in like really close to him and kind of like lean around his ears. Yours are pointier than mine.
Well, yes, I'm an elf.
Oh, I might be part elf. Mine are kind of pointy, but not
Yeah.
like a lot pointy.
Aren't most of us part elf at this point?
I don't know. I'm adapted.
Fair enough. I'm Cadorus.
Soraya. She's gonna keep staring at his very pointy ears.
Well, nice to meet you. Nice to see you all again. Are you up for a bit of a game?
What kind of game?
I like games.
We've
Also, they like the bowling.
not bowling, unfortunately. But we've acquired some specimens. One of the Witherbloom students has got their hands on some rather fascinating frogs. Do you fancy a race?
Are we racing the frogs? That doesn't seem fair.
Well, the
I'm
frogs are
pretty
going to
sure I
race.
could beat the frog in the race, yeah.
Well, the frogs are going to do the racing. We're going to do the coaching of the... Just come on, I'll show you. We've set it all up.
Are we betting?
why?
Is there money?
Oh, there's always money.
Oh, then I will play.
He makes his way back into the lounge, assuming you're following him. He's a very confident man. So he makes his way over to one of this table where several students are sort of crowded around. He says, "Move, move, you lot! Come on, don't crowd them." You do see one other familiar face who sort of seems to be like tending to the frogs. Very tall, orcish gentleman. Urzmarktok, who you met previously, who was also on the rival squad, if you'll remember correctly.
Right.
He acknowledges your presence. and Kadora sort of shows you where some of the chairs and the couches on one side of the room have been pushed out of the way, and somebody has drawn like long chalk marks on the ground, sort of forming lanes and a starting line and an ending line. So, anyone want to be in charge of a frog? I'm going to do one. Smack Talk's going to as well.
I'll do a frog. I think
Alright.
that one likes me.
What are the rules here? How are we assisting or coaching our frogs?
Well, first and foremost, as Mactalk has informed me, that one of the best ways to bond with your frog is to give it a name. So we're going to do a bit of a naming ceremony. It's all very fun. And then, well, really, you're just going to coach your frog in whatever way you deem necessary to urge it to victory. Words, gestures, any sort of, I don't know, maybe your frog likes music, any antics you can get up to. Really.
May you
No
outfit your
destructive
frog.
magic. Sorry?
May you outfit your frog?
Of course, I suppose, if you have a frog outfit on hand.
Oh no, I mean, if Law makes like tiny little rocket boots very quickly for the frog, is that allowed?
Oh, so you're a builder then?
I am, and I don't know why. Have you been reading my journal again, Giselle? Because that
You
You
were
need to talk
writing,
with
so
him.
obviously, like in the middle of everywhere, I just saw. It was a very obvious picture of little rocket boots.
But yes, that is the idea. Damn it, Giselle.
Fascinating. We have a few minutes to prepare while we set up, and then we'll have a race, and we're going to bet a bit. Whoever wins the pot.
Can I ride a frog? Are they big enough?
They're regular size frogs.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
I
They're
did
just
look
regular
up.
large.
frogs.
I did look up what size regular frogs were. I was like, small creature, small creature, small creature, tiny.
And
Damn it.
tiny. How big is frog? So yeah.
If I had access to enlarge yet, I would enlarge the frog for you.
We're going
True friend. I knew we were going to be lifelong friends.
lifelong buddies. We're going to do a mini game. Are you ready?
Yes.
Frog racing game!
So ready.
I'm so
I am
ready for this.
so into this.
It's called Frog's a Word, and we're gonna race frogs. Who's racing a frog? Who's coaching a frog? So there's a couple of different things you can do. You can, to participate in this, you can race a frog, so you can be a frog's coach. You can cheer on one of the other coaches. You can also heckle one of the other coaches. So we're gonna do a few rounds. We're gonna do this in 4 rounds, and whoever's frog wins is going to win some money, because people are betting on frogs. So those are the 3 actions you can take. You can race, you can cheer, you can heckle. So who has a frog? Law has a frog. Sereia has a frog.
I will run the betting.
Giselle's gonna take care of the betting.
Fits.
And the heckling, I assume.
I don't
Maybe.
know if I run a frog or if I cheer for one.
It's up to
I
you.
feel like I'll cheer for one. I think I'll cheer on my friend's frogs.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we have Cheer Squad, Willoughby. All right. So, Sereia and Law, alongside a couple of other students, who are sort of standing nearby. One you recognize as Quintilius, who has just come in, sort of sidles up next to you, Sereia. Good to see you again.
Is it?
Yeah, extremely, in my opinion.
Okay. And she'll go back to whispering to her frog.
Right. Hello.
Which frog do you have?
Me.
Yes, you.
I like the little the one with little brown spots. If I'm being honest.
What are you naming it? She has notes out as she's taking down bets.
Well, honestly, I thought I'd name him after myself. He'd be Quintilius the Fourth.
You are naming your frog after yourself.
Why not? My father did it.
Are you a frog?
I suppose given enough character training, I could be.
Quintilius the frog. Brown spots.
The fourth. Quintilius the fourth. The frog.
The fourth.
Thank you, darling.
Do not
Scoots
call
up
me
this one.
darling. You do not know me like that.
Yes,
Next.
Law, you're picking a frog next.
Law looks for the smallest frog in the group.
Okay. There's a real little guy in sort of off to one of the what do frogs eat? Bugs?
Bugs. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a little speckled guy. He's like mostly green with like some blue speckles, and he's like just going to town on a fly that he got. He's chomping away.
Once they're safe to like pick up, while like picks them up and kind of like it's like weighing the frog in their hand. That should work.
You have that one.
This
What
one.
you call it?
I guess you can put down PT1.
PT1?
Yeah, prototype one.
Oh. Lo prototype 1. Next!
Sereia.
She bonded with a frog immediately because that's who she is. So she'll pick her up and she'll bring her over to Giselle. She'll be like, she told me her name was Lollipops Lillyflower.
Lollipop.
Lollyhops.
Lolly hops. Lily flower.
Mm-hmm.
What color is she?
She's like a dark green with like lighter green spots. She's got little
Green.
green freckles.
Green freckled frog. Any more frogs?
I'll race one. You see a familiar, slightly blue-skinned face, holding a similarly blue frog in her hands, as Faye has made her way into the room and makes her way up to Giselle. What do you think? I like him. I think he's venomous.
Oh. That could be interesting. Blue frog for blue lady. What's his name?
I don't know. I'll call him Belladonna.
Belladonna. That's a good name.
Oh, like the poison.
Yes, like the poison.
Now, did you bring that frog here? Because none of the other ones were blue, and I don't. That's an entirely different species of frog. Do we have a judge or something to?
Where do you think I would be keeping a frog?
I don't know. I feel like you'd just be carrying one around with you for this sort of thing.
Do I look like a frog lady?
Sometimes, yes.
Huh. Well, you perpetually look like your head's on fire.
Your head's on fire.
Yeah, good
Yes,
one.
because I'm going to win. And she walks away before you can say anything else.
Any more frogs before we start the betting?
Does anybody... Does any of these other motherfuckers want to raise a frog? Hold on, I got so many of them. Yeah, why not? One other person who you haven't met before makes her way over to you with a rather large, it looks more like a toad. It's sort of brown all the way through with some red spots. And holding it in both hands, a young dwarven woman makes her way over to you. She is stout. She is maybe 3 feet tall. Just all muscle. So much muscle. her muscles have muscles. She has like curly red hair that she's got up in two kind of big pigtails. And she is wearing a tank top with the Silk Ball logo team on it, and some shorts and some trainers. She says, if it's not too late, I'd like to play. I found this little guy. Well, he's not really a little guy, is he? Well, neither am I.
He's wonderful.
He's quite buff.
Oh, that's what I'll name him. Buff.
Buff. And what is your
I'm
name?
imagining a very muscular frog looking like a bulldog. Like
I think
No
he's
neck.
gonna win. I'm Greta, by the way.
Greta.
Nice to meet you all.
Buff frog.
I think your frog likes his name, Greta.
Oh, thanks.
He looks extra pleased.
Well, I'll take your word for it. And she makes her way over to the starting line. Kadoris kind of looks around everybody. Well, all right, we ready to get the show on the road?
Wait, we have to do betting.
Right. Giselle is going to be taking care of the betting pool, so place your bets, I assume. Everyone take a look at your lineup. Racers, coaches, this is your chance to prepare, so make the most of it.
May I do a roll to try to stir up the betting? To get the
Sure.
pool higher.
Yeah, what do you do?
I have a question first. What would the standard bet for a frog be? I never thought I'd ask that.
Is
in
this
my
a
life.
regulation frog?
Question.
What's the going bet for a frog?
What's the
race?
going?
what are the Vegas odds on?
Giselle, what does the betting start at?
Oh my
All
God.
right, Vlakas. The betting begins at 5 silver. If you want more, well, you get better odds. Come on, don't be shy. It's frogs. It's no big deal. You know you want to bet. Yeah, you over there at the table watching. Well, come over and bet on something. Come on. Yes.
Is this
5 silver.
I mean, this is her version of persuasion.
is this an intimidation?
I feel intimidated.
I think persuasion is fine.
Okay.
Oh, I meant to show everybody Greta.
Oh, yes. Can we see the big buff?
There's
Yes,
Hi.
please show me my new queen.
Show to players. There she is.
Oh.
I'll show you, chat. Hang on.
Hello.
She is everything I ever hoped.
There she is. Look at her.
Hello.
She's buff, strong,
Hello.
and has big red pigtails and a unitard. She's great.
I love her fun buns.
Enjoy
and her fun
Greta.
buns.
Her fun buns.
Enjoy Greta. I'm obsessed with her. She is a member of the Strixhaven Iron Lifters Society, which we can talk about later.
My God. Okay. Yep. Willoughby's joining.
I have rolled a 16 and I have a 5 in persuasion. So this is a 21.
That is a lot to convince people to bet on frogs. I'm gonna say, what did you say the betting starts at? 5 silver?
5 silver.
And it's 10 silver to a gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say the pot is 65 gold pieces.
Woo!
As a crowd has gathered. Okay. Kadoris has you all line up. Urzmak talk nearby to watch and make sure no frogs are harmed in the making of this race. Please don't anybody worry. I'm not gonna hurt a little guy.
Not a little guy.
I can hurt a little guy.
Yeah, you would
She's
never hurt a
frantic.
little guy.
Never. I would never
That was
have
last
something
week,
show
okay?
up to eat a
Never.
little guy.
Once.
Law has like a whole bag of like a whole kit like spread out and is frantically fidgeting, like working on something in the last few moments before the.
Soraya's
Okay.
just laying on the ground whispering to her frog.
Is
I'm
the
gonna
frog
have-
on her belly? Is she just like just has
Yeah,
the frog right
just
here?
like, okay.
Okay. So to prepare, I'm gonna have you both roll a check for your preparations. Sereia, I'm gonna have you roll animal handling, which seems right. Law, I don't. What's your? Do you have like a toolkit, or is it like a?
This is gonna be a
spell.
Oh,
okay.
Law essentially creates, like Giselle said, like a tiny belt with like tiny propulsion rockets, not like flame rockets, but like arcane propulsion device that like goes around the frog and is going to be casting jump on the frog.
Okay.
This is essentially the arcane flavoring of law casting jump on a frog.
Okay, I love it.
Which does triple its jump distance.
Woo!
Until
I got a 23 on my animal handling.
Okay. Okay.
This frog's gonna land in somebody's coffee.
It's not gonna finish the race. It's gonna just jet out of the room.
Like into the
this
dorms.
shit on
Just
now.
in someone's coffee at their dorm desk.
It's just gonna end up in Sereia's room somehow.
We're going to
campus.
forget about this. Like, the frog's gonna launch into the air. We're gonna forget about it until the final episode of Strixhaven, where Savvy just says, "And the big bad is felled by a frog."
a frog comes catapulting in out of
Yeah.
the room. It's been
Giraffe
whizzing around in the
animal.
background of every scene for the entire show.
Just
A frog
earning
with a
XP
jetpack.
like crazy.
A frog with a jetpack.
It's a 20th level frog when all's said and done.
Oh my god. So Sereia, you rolled a what? So you rolled many.
23.
23. So you rolled high enough. You get a bonus dice. It's a d6 that you can add to one of your rolls during the race. So hang on to that. Law, I'm not gonna make you roll because you're just casting a spell. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna also give you a bonus dice
Cool.
that you can add to one of your rolls. So it's d6. It's like
As
an
long as I get to
inspiration.
skip the rolling part for that, then I'm good.
You're gonna have to roll for the race anyway.
Completely for flavor too.
can roll
Law
one for
does do
you.
the magical tinkering on the device to make it emit an image, and it's like a little like neon kind of strobing like skull with like tiefling horns and like flames coming off of it that projects above the frog at all times during the race.
Okay. It's very good. They sort of looks over at you from like 2 lanes down. Is like, what does the matter with you?
What's the point in winning if you don't look good doing it? Giselle is the one that taught me that.
I was going to say I've never agreed with you before in my life, but if Giselle is the one saying this, it suddenly all makes sense to me. Prepare to lose, Firehead.
All right, I had
Bring it.
Sereia had
Seepage.
lollipops. Law has PT1. Quintilius has Quintilius and fourth. Faye had Belladonna.
Uh-huh.
And Greta had Buff.
Buff.
Am I missing any other frogs?
Those are the frogs.
Okay.
All right. Kador's has everybody line up. You all prepare. Giselle and Willoughby are right on the edge of the lanes, on the sidelines, watching. And we're gonna roll initiative.
Yeah!
Best initiative roll ever.
Ever.
So I gotta roll for everybody.
I got a 10.
How are we doing?
I assume we're not adding anything to this and we're just rolling a die.
I've just roll whatever your initiative is. Since the
whatever
rolls
our
are
initiative is.
you and
Oh.
not the frog, because the roll is going to be based on how well you roll, and not the
Cool.
froggy. So
14.
okay. Okay, so Law at 14. Whoa, I just spelled your name, so how did I mess it up so bad? Sereia.
I have bet 3 times. I have bet on Sereia's frog, I have bet on Law's frog, and I have also bet on Greta's frog just because it is so big. I just wanted to cover my bases.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is gonna have, this is just so I know what order to roll in. Willoughby and Giselle are gonna be at the top because theirs affects the rest of the rolls, and then I'm gonna have everybody roll in this order so I can keep all the numbers straight. Okay. So Willoughby and Giselle, you can either cheer or heckle somebody.
I heckle Queen.
Heckle Quintilius.
Yes.
That's fun because he's gonna get to go first. Okay, so what do you don't have to roll for this necessarily, but what do you do?
She just starts yelling both at Quintilius and the frog because they're named the same thing. Come on, what is that, a jump? It looks like a limp. You're just limping across the finish line. You limp, Quintilius. You poor frog. You're named after him.
Okay, so Quintilius has disadvantage on his roll.
Love it.
You're heckling him. Willoughby, what do you do?
Can I cheer for both of my friends?
You have to pick one coach.
No.
We're gonna do a couple of rounds, so.
Okay. So he'll tug on Giselle's outfit. Just Giselle, can I borrow your pennant?
Yes.
Okay. And so he'll take his pennant and Giselle's pennant, and I'm gonna pick Law for this round.
Okay.
Just give us a jump, skip, leap, and hop. Come on, Froggy, take it to the top. And he's just gonna do a little dance.
Are you sure you don't want to join the cheer squad?
There is one.
There's a cheer squad.
Wait till you guys meet the head cheerleader.
Oh my god.
Please.
Law, you have advantage
Cool.
on this check. Okay. So, I'm gonna keep track of this. So the race begins as Cadoris sort of stands out in front and says, "All right, everybody ready? On my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark." And you begin to encourage your frogs or your friends' frogs, or maybe discourage them a little bit forward. Quintilius gets to go first. Oh man, what's he gonna roll? So Quintilius starts, he has disadvantage, so he rolls at 5. It's very bad. So he fails, and his frog immediately out the gate is struggling a little bit. Law, go ahead and roll me an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay. This is a -1 stat for me. I can't argue for a different stat, I assume, since Law is not trying to coax the animal in any way. It is just a mechanism for his tinkering.
No.
No? Okay. That's fair. All right. Yeah. That's a 9.
Okay, that's also a fail. Here, as Law, you are focusing mostly on the mechanism, and casting the spell, getting the frog itself to actually jump, however, something different entirely. Sereia, go ahead and roll me an animal handling check.
Was a 17.
That is a success. So Sereia, you encourage your frog forward, and Sereia's frog immediately out the gate. Lollyhops is ready to go and takes an early lead. These two are gonna roll real quick. Greta also succeeds, and they fails on the first check. So Buff and Lollihops are out in front. The rest having a little bit more trouble getting their frogs to go. Let's do a second round. Willoughby and Giselle. What do you do? Cheer or heckle?
Willoughby's cheering again, but this time for Sereia's frog, because he just wants his friends to win. He doesn't care which one. So he just rushes over. F-R-O-G. If you're hopping, you're right by me.
Oh, Sereia, you have advantage on your next check.
In solidarity, we'll cheer for Law.
Is it very sarcastic?
No, it's not sarcastic, but it is per usual. Law will probably take it as being yelled at. Come
You can shout
on!
that.
Move, frog! You have the big thing around your waist. Use it! Come on! Law! Make it move! Make it move!
I'm trying. Has to jump to activate the propulsion.
Move, frog! Move! Jump! Aye there, come on!
Law, you also have advantage on your next check. So, out in front, Sereia, gonna have you go ahead and roll another animal handling check. Greta is gonna do the same thing.
I get to go again because I have advantage, right?
Yes.
Was a 14 then?
Okay, that is another success. Greta, however, fails this one. And Sereia's frog Lollihops continues to pull ahead. Buff starting to struggle a little bit because he's a frog.
He saw a fly.
It's very thick. Law, go ahead and make your roll. You have advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna have the other two do the same.
That is a 17.
Okay, that is a success. So Law.
When do we use the D6 that we add? Is that a before, at like, is that something we have to declare?
No, you can do it after.
Okay. But we can't do, there's no like super success option to make up for a failure. It's just.
No,
like,
you just have to meet a DC.
Okay.
But yes, you succeed as well. They also succeeds. Quintilius, unfortunately, not doing so well.
Oh no.
So I know everyone is so upset for him. So
We will be enemies to lovers by the end. It's fine.
Lollihops, Sereia's frog, has pulled out well ahead of the rest of the crowd. Buff, Greta's frog falling a little bit behind. Law and Thay, Law probably doing a better job because your frog is jet propulsed. Hopping ahead, Quintilius, having quite the struggle there in the back. We're gonna do one more round. The finish line is coming up. Willoughby and Giselle.
Okay, running back over to Law's frog. Hippity hop, don't you stop. As froggies go, you're the tippity top.
I have loved every single one of these.
I'm just like sitting here typing, thinking of rhymes.
Law, you have advantage on your next check.
Oh my god.
Giselle.
I also cheer for Sereia.
Okay. Sereia, you get a cheer as well, so you have advantage on your next check.
They're doing good. Make sure they don't screw it up. Tell them not to screw it up. They're winning. I want my money.
Okay, so out in front, Sereia, go ahead and make one more animal handling check with advantage.
I feel like I don't need to. I crit. +4.
She was made for this. Okay. Who all is right there, so neck and neck. Law, I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll. Greta and Thay are gonna roll as well. Thay does bad. Greta also does bad.
D6 to this one.
Okay.
This is the last round?
This is the last one, yeah.
Okay.
As much as I would literally do this for the next hour.
That's a 15.
Okay, that succeeds.
Or sorry, 14, because I have a -1.
That's not just pretty close, but it still succeeds.
Okay.
Thay and Greta both rolled 5s because I've rolled 7 fucking 5s during this whole thing. But that is a success for Law. Quintilius, I guess I'm gonna roll for him, but he's definitely gonna lose.
The show is now rebranded as the Croaking Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quartet.
I thought it was Everyone Hates Quintilius, but
Everyone hates Quintilius.
He is not going to lose gracefully.
He rolls a 19. So he succeeds on this one in particular. But as Quintilius IV finally gets some heat under him, Thay and Greta's frogs, Belladonna and Buff, I cannot believe I've remembered all these frogs' names, fall a little bit more behind. Law, your frog passes them, but not in time. Sereia, the only person to succeed on all 3 rolls. Lily Hop pulls across the finish line well ahead of everyone else, making you the winner.
yay!
Sereia is just like cheering for Lollyhops. She's just like does not care that anybody else is like, looking at like she won. No, like to her the frog won. Like the frog did the work. And she's congratulating Lollyhops and talking about all of the bugs that she's going to be giving her.
Cadoris sort of puts out his arms again. Well done, everyone. We have a winner, the Lady Sereia, and the Lady Lollyhops. Well
You don't have to call me
Yay.
lady here. Only at home do people have to call me Lady Sereia. You don't have to do that here.
I was really just, having a bit of fun with. Are you a lady?
No.
Oh. All right. Then, Sereia. And the Lady Lollyhops.
Yes.
Well done. We'll split up the betting, and we put together a pot for the winner. So, I suppose that's yours. And he takes out a pouch out of his pocket and hands it over to you.
Oh, thank you.
It's got 30 gold in it. You guys are hanging out with the rich kids.
It's like a whole semester's tuition.
Quintilius looks defeated, but holds his head high. Greta looks pleased to just be a part of this, and they leaves the room.
Law is looking for Thay to like.
She's like leaving.
I didn't get the chance to mock her. Damn it. Good job,
Can do
Sarah.
it later. Good job.
Sereia is congratulating all of the other frogs on a job well done.
You make your way down the line, congratulating the rest of the frogs. You notice something a little strange about Buff, who has sort of been set back in the cage. You look at him and you hear him sort of making this strange sound, like it's a croak, but it's sort of like rattly and kind of weird. And as you look at him, Buff and 2 of the other frogs start making this horrible sort of like belching sound. and their eyes turn red. And they start to grow. And they grow. And they grow.
Sereia, what's wrong with frogs?
And people start backing away. And they start to grow larger and larger until they are, one might say, giant frogs.
I can ride one now.
Oh!
And as you say this, one of them lets out another sort of terrible croaking sound and turns as the table is knocked to the side and goes to bite one of the other students that is standing there.
No.
Before we roll real initiative, we're going to go ahead and take a break.
Real initiative, like frog racing didn't count.
Did the rocket pack get bigger too?
Oh no.
No.
Okay.
Wait. Yes.
Because it's
That
not
was
a
going to be a bad decision. Yes.
We got him out. We got him out.
But he's
Because I
got
think
terrible
it
red
lasts-
glowing eyes and it's making this horrible belching sound.
I mean, so do I when I haven't had my cup of coffee, am I right?
Let's go ahead
I've had 2 cups of
and
coffee.
take a quick break. And when we come back, we will see
Fight
what
frogs?
happens next. So thanks for hanging out with us so far, everybody. We will be back in just a brief few minutes, so stick around. And welcome back, Internet. Thanks for hanging out with us during our break. We are going to jump right back into it. I'm going to find some more exciting music, and I'm going to have everybody roll initiative. As 4 of the raced frogs have grown into horrible, giant, red-eyed monsters. Maybe I'll do Suspense Pirate again. Yeah. Also going to have Life Frogs. Roll initiative. Oh wow, they rolled so bad.
That's what I'd like to hear.
20.
Okay,
Because I rolled a 9 fucking teen.
nice. Law?
20
Who's got the higher dex?
Probably the
plus.
artificer.
plus 2.
Yeah, I think you beat me.
Didn't this happen last time?
It may have.
I think Willoughby and Sereia tied last time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Giselle and Law also tied.
Yeah.
last time, though.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
I know you guys
Strixhaven, it's a
doubled up on
magical
something.
place.
It was like 11s and 3s.
What the fuck?
Willoughby?
13.
Speaking of tying,
Yeah, that's
Oh
why
my
I
God.
asked.
Really?
I
Yeah.
also got a 13,
But
What
their
is going
initiative is
on?
better. So
but I've got a +2 dex.
yeah.
Okay, then all...
Yeah, that's why I asked. I was like, hang on, I see what's going on here.
Then all the frogs are gonna go after you guys, because I rolled like shit.
Get
Okay.
fucked, frog.
So one of the frogs is getting ready to attack, but you all are quicker on the draw, so Law? Draw!
Okay. I have very few options right now. One of them's attacking a student.
Yeah. They have these big, well, they have big mouths with big sharp teeth and a really long purple tongue. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't really do that on
Every
purpose. The
time.
book did, but thanks, book.
Hey, wait, this sounds familiar.
Do they
Frogs are
turn-
just the briefcases of nature.
They're still frogs. They're just big frogs with big pointy teeth and a very long tongue.
Why is
Uh,
everything turning to mimics? Why is
don't know.
everything? Everything's coming up.
Yeah, I think what
mimics for
Law
you.
does is kind of moves a little bit away from it. It's still staying within like 30 feet. And reaches like around to their back and pulls out this like length of I would say it's almost like a bicycle chain almost. And it sort of sparks with these like arcane runes and is going to cast Thorn Whip. But instead it's this like the chain kind of extends out in this sort of like very heavy metal looking spiked chain to like wrap around the frog and try to pull it away from the student.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
I haven't really with advantage. I don't have advantage anymore. That's a natural 20.
That will do it. Do you want to deal damage to it? Or do you want to just yank it?
Which one? Whose frog is this? I'm just kidding. These frogs are innocent.
Lasso it.
Yeah, well, god damn it. I did natural 20 and I wanted to do damage, but the
You
the
cannot
actual
kill
roleplay-
it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna let you guys kill a bunch of
Yeah,
little
it's
frogs
gonna
that
try
you got
to
attached to.
incapacitate Light Frog.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
PETA approves of this message.
Yeah, I was not gonna let you guys get attached to these frogs and then have to kill them.
Yeah, that would be rude.
I only do that with people.
We don't
You
have
learned
nightmares.
Day one to kill the things that you love. Who's the person that told the story about the fish?
Welcome to college. That was Rob.
Yeah.
Hi, John Fishkiller here.
That's 10 points of damage.
Okay. You throw the chain, it wraps around the frog, and you yank it 10 feet, and its mouth sort of clamps down just next to one of the other students, who takes the opportunity to leave the room as you yank the frog away from her. Anything else?
No,
Okay.
I don't have anything else I can do.
Giselle.
Okay. I get 29 feet away because I am very squishy.
Okay.
And then I would like to cast Bane on all of the frogs that are not lassoed.
Okay, so the other three?
Yes.
Okay, is that a saving throw?
That is up to 3 creatures. Yes, they make a charisma saving throw.
I'm sure it will shock you to hear that charisma is not a giant frog's strong suit.
I figured.
I got a 6,
Nope.
a -1,
Nope.
a -3.
Surprisingly, that one succeeds. No.
It's-
They all failed. Yay!
A cycle. Okay, so they're all
Bane.
baned. That's, what is that, minus a d4?
Yeah, so every saving throw and attack roll, they must roll a d4 and subtract it.
Okay, they will do so. Anything else?
I hide behind something.
Hide behind one of the flipped over tables,
Yes.
like in an action movie.
Yes.
Sereia. What would you like to do?
I was in front of Buff
Mhm.
when this all happened.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. The big one's in front of the second littlest one. Can I just try to see if I can calm him down? Does it feel like that's something that's possible in
Anything.
this situation to me?
Anything is possible.
I'm gonna try it. Whatever. What's the worst that happens?
Yeah.
I've got bonus actions. Everything's fine.
Go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
So that bonus D6 that I didn't use earlier, can I use that now?
Sure, why not?
Oh my god, thank you.
Did
It
give
was directly
It
related
was
to
directly
controlling
related to
frog.
the frogs.
It was. So that makes it a 14 because I got a 3.
That is enough. Okay, so yeah, what do you do? What do you say to I almost called him Bane. To
Bane, yeah.
Buff, who is baned.
Buff, the most giant of all of the now giant frogs, she kind of just like walks up to him and just puts both of her hands on each side of his little froggy face, and she just like gets really close, and she's like, "Everything's okay, Bane," or Bane, not Bane. Buff.
Yes, it is.
No.
You think the swamp is your ally?
I was born in it.
She's just she sits and just says, like, think about flies and living in the swamp and eating crickets. Those are your favorite, right? Crickets.
All right, you say this to Buff, and you have his your hands on his big sort of toady face, and you see the red in his eyes start to clear, and he starts to shrink back down, and he shrinks until he's sort of right in your hands, and he's back to his normal size.
Ew.
With no more red eyes and weird belching.
She's like holding this small frog now and like looking around to her friends. Like, I don't
Can you
know
do
how
that to
works.
all of them?
Now, Sereia has
know
just
how that works.
frog whispered Buff back to normal, and you all saw it.
Can you do that again? Like 2 more times?
Maybe on your next turn.
Maybe on the next round.
Would you like to do it? Do you have a bonus action or anything?
Okay. Just in case, I'll cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
Just in case. She's
You
gonna
can
grab her quarterstaff and cast Shillelagh. Like,
Put Buff over to the side. Cast Shillelagh on your staff, just in case. Willoughby.
Did Law get the only frog that was attacking a student, or are the other ones also starting to go for some students?
The other ones are starting to sort of go for people who are running out of the room. Whoever was sort of nearest them.
Yeah, I will try my best to intervene in one of those.
Okay.
And just rush up, still not drawing his sword or shield, but still running with his 2 pennants, and just, you may want to chomp, you may want to kill, but come on, Froggy, this is not your will. And I'm trying to cheer this frog back from its mania.
Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Go ahead and roll me, please, an animal handling check.
Okay, here I go. That's a 14.
That is enough. So you're waving now are these the like the Strixhaven pendants? So they're like lit up and like sparkling, and you'd sort of cheer for one of the frogs, and it sort of turns to look at you very strangely, and you get like halfway through your cheer, and it seems like it's listening to you, and then it also starts to shrink back down.
Yay! Good job, frog. Okay,
Say
I'll
that
be right back.
was Quintilius the Fourth. The one everyone wanted to save.
That was the only one I wanted to kill.
Oh no.
The
And then
sins
I'll-
of the father.
you
Must be
can't
visited
punish
on the frog.
child. You can't punish the child.
Willoughby, anything else?
No, I'm just gonna get ready. I'm working on another cheer.
Okay. So that's gonna make it the frog's turn. So the first one to go is gonna be the one that Law lassoed. Are they grappled or anything, or it just moves it?
It just moves it.
Oh, moves it straight towards you, huh?
Yep.
Okay. The frog. How many attacks? Just one. Is it gonna? It's gonna try to bite you. Let me see
Of course it will.
what it rolls. Does a 5 hit you?
No.
Does not.
Roll the minus D4.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, actually, I didn't bane that one, so that's actually
Yeah, that's the only one that was.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so it
That
rolls
one's
terrible.
speaking with a normal voice.
So it goes to bite you. You sort of back up very quickly, and it isn't fast enough to catch you. The second frog is going to look toward Sereia, who is right up in everyone's business, and is gonna try to bite you. It does have to subtract a d4. From a 7? Does a 7 hit you? I didn't think so. So this one also, you guys kind of skitter out of the way to one side, and nothing terrible happens this time around. Lol.
Okay, so we've de-bigified 2 of them?
Yes.
So there are 2 remaining.
Yes, so...
One of which you have lassoed.
Yes. I'm gonna say the one you have lassoed is your own frog.
Okay.
So that's PT1.
And then Lollyhops is still big, right?
Yes, and Lollyhops is still big as well. I guess it's the one that just tried to bite Sereia.
I guess Law will try, based on what the other... Doesn't want to kill PT1. Had other experiments to try with PT1. So...
you should remove the rocket pack off of PT1 so that when it does shrink back down, the rocket pack is still giant sized. Just saying.
I'm also imagining this also with a giant sized projection of a flaming
no, that's
tiefling
right.
skull.
Yeah, it's got the tiefling skull also. Anybody in the chat, please draw this. I'm begging you. Please draw a giant frog with giant rocket boots and a belt that's holding them up, wearing a flaming tiefling skull,
All I know is it
trying to
sounds like
eat its creator.
it sounds like that Frogger is pretty poggers. Oh shit!
It's Froggy Frankenstein.
What do you do?
Yeah, I think it kind of just puts the chain, like drops the chain that they were holding and says, I am sorry that I hurt you. You looked like you were going to be biting someone. I wanted to keep that from happening. We had a lot of fun, right? You got to jump so far. We can keep doing that. You can stay big if you want. We can try it that way. I don't know how that's going to work. That's a lot of materials that I don't really have. I'd prefer it if you got smaller again. That would be a lot easier for me. And probably you too. I don't imagine you like being that big. So, get small again, please.
You get big too fast, you get stretch marks.
I'm gonna have you roll an animal handling check.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Make sure that's a 19.
That's enough.
18. Sorry, -1.
Still enough. Yeah, you all see Law sort of trying to reason with, bribe this frog a little bit. And you see PT1 kind of shake his head and like blink his big froggy eyes several times, and the red starts to clear, and he shrinks back down, and so does the jet boots, the jetpack, the whatever it ended up being.
Good frog.
Now he's
I'm
just
happy
kind of
for
there sitting by your boot. But
I'm going to pick you up so you don't get stepped on. Please don't get big again.
Giselle.
Oh.
Lollyhops is still big
Okay.
and trying to eat Sereia.
Yes, this is bad. Oh no, I have to touch to do that. I'm not getting close to that big frog. Oh no, no way. I think... Can I do damage that won't kill the frog?
Yes.
Okay, I do this. I will do the thing that is essentially the sorcerer's Eldritch Blast, which is Witch Bolt!
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
That's terrible. That's an 11.
Its armor class is 11.
Yay!
So that hits.
Okay. She does 8 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
Yeah, so they're pretty beefy, thick-skinned boys in this form. So yeah, you zap it, and it sort of shakes a little bit and kind of turns toward you. Anything else?
I hide behind table again.
You hide behind the table, Sereia.
Sereia is going to just walk up to Lollyhops that just tried to bite her and just put her hand in the middle of on her little nose and try to calm her down.
All right.
I'm assuming it's going to be an animal handling check.
Yes, go ahead and roll animal handling.
Ugh, 12.
That is the DC. Y'all eking it out.
Thank God for that +4.
You put a hand on Lollyhops and try to calm her down, and you do so successfully, still shaking a little bit from the lightning, trying to shake off that itch that's still there. The red clears from her eyes, and she shrinks back down.
She's going to pick her up. Be like, I like you better this size.
Alrighty. And that's the last of them. You solved my frog puzzle.
Who keeps turning things into things with teeth and tongues? Who did it?
I don't think anybody here is this used to getting bitten by things.
It had to be one of you. Someone is sore loser.
It wasn't me.
No, I know it's not you.
I just figured I'd say.
As you're all looking around, Giselle is sort of shouting. The cafe's manager, the woman from behind the barista counter before, the elven woman with the dark red hair, sort of pushes her way through the students outside and into the back room of the cafe. What are you lot getting up to back here? What's going on?
Well, the frogs were normal sized and then they became big and tried to attack people, but they're normal sized again.
I'm sorry, the frogs.
Yes.
Yes.
And
these
what are frogs doing in my cafe?
Oh, I don't know. We found them.
You found them
Yes.
back here in the lounge.
They were here when I got here.
Roll a deception check.
They were. It's not a lie. They were here when she got
They
here.
were. You can roll a persuasion check.
Oh, it's a 5.
Right. Well, I don't care if they were here when you got here. I want them out.
Oh, they don't want to be here anyway. This isn't their natural habitat.
Even better. Get out.
Okay. She'll start scooping up the frogs.
Scooping up the frogs.
Just 5 frogs.
Willoughby's definitely chasing after one, and it's just hopping away from him. Just, wait, come here.
You scoop up the frogs, and make your way out of the cafe. Sort of a crowd of students following you as you make your way outside. Quintilius is sort of at the front of the group, sort of approaches you all as you make your way outside. Well, marvelous work. Well done, that.
Poke him in the chest with a claw. You!
What?
You are the through line. The thing that's happened both times. You were there with the chest with the teeth and the tongue that kill little Kukovaya, and you here with frogs. Spill. What you do?
If I remember correctly, so were the four of you.
Yes, but we got attacked.
Oh. Perhaps you're not as handy as you think.
Where were you?
You're not getting eaten.
I'm not helping either.
Ah, the room is a bit small, and combat magic isn't really my forte.
It's okay to say you're a coward. There's no shame in it.
I'm not a coward.
Are you sure?
I'm positive I perform bearing my heart and soul in front of hundreds of people.
Oh, I've done that too, but I've also been in battle. You can do both.
Yeah, so you might call me a coward, but at least I'm not rude.
I'm watching you, Melantor.
Most people are, darling. He turns and walks away.
He's evil. We will kill him one day.
Well, I mean, he doesn't seem very nice, but I don't know if we should kill him.
He is responsible for this. I am sure of it.
Well, if he is, I know how we can get rid of his body, but don't tell anyone.
No, that is
Are
very
we
good to know.
sure that it wasn't Faye? Because she was also here. I think we should definitely try to convince the staff that it was Faye that did it.
But they was not around for the chest.
I'm not sure. She might have been. I feel like she was there recently. I saw her pretty soon before that.
But no, the Quintilius asshole. He was there both times.
I don't know if he's smart enough to come up with something like this.
Yeah, he lost a frog race. I don't really think he's a criminal mastermind.
Well,
No, I
that
think
was
he's too
just
full of himself.
because I got under his skin.
I do think he's a little afraid of you.
Good. He should be. Was anyone else also there?
Well,
The
I
one with
guess
the pointy ears.
most of the first years would have been because it was the scavenger hunt.
Oh, yeah.
It's also possible this is just something that happens here. Maybe this is part of like freshman hazing.
They haze us by turning things into things with teeth and big long purple tongues.
It could just be a test of our magic.
I guess my father has done something similar before.
Willow used to test me all the time.
Did she do it in surprise or did she tell you?
Oh, surprise. She said that there were going to be people that were going to try to kill me, so she would make sure that I knew how to not die. Anyway, I have to go do something with these frogs.
Oh, right. Do you want to
Uh-uh.
keep them?
As you say that, you hear sort of a soft voice from behind you. Are the frogs all right? And you turn and you see a very tall, orcish, pointed ears, Urzmak Tok, who brought the frogs in the first place. I feel terrible for putting them through that.
You didn't happen to get these frogs out of a rather grumpy looking box.
No, they all came from Sedgemoor.
What is Sedgemoor?
It's the bayou. It's on the edge of campus, behind, well, part of and behind Witherbloom. My dorm is there, so I catch things from time to time. Cadoras thought it might be fun.
It was fun until they grew very big and tried to kill us.
Yes, they've never done that before.
So this is new. I told you. Do things normally grow very big and grow teeth and grow big purple tongues? Is this normal?
Strictly speaking, no.
See?
At least my first year scavenger hunt wasn't nearly as exciting. Do you need help with the frogs, Sereia?
Did you want to put them back in Sedgeport, or did you want to keep them? None of them look injured.
Well, I hadn't really thought about it. We could set them up in an aquarium, a terrarium of sorts.
Hold on a minute. She's gonna like turn around and like confer with the frogs.
They could be like dorm room mascots.
He seems completely unfazed by this. He's like, oh, okay, yes, of
Makes
course.
sense.
Of course. Ask them.
She'll turn back around. Says, as long as it's big enough, they say it's okay.
I think in well, in the top floor of the sort of biology building, we have a dome. Lots of things inside, kind of like a really big greenhouse.
Are there bugs? I haven't been up there yet.
Many.
But they'll
Yes.
like it then.
Well, we can take them up there then.
Okay. All these frogs just scooped. Just carrying frogs.
You two go. You go up to the big dome with the frogs and make sure that they settle in very nice. Go on.
I'll show you the way.
Okay. This tiny thing carrying 5 largest frogs.
Do you want some help?
No, it's okay.
Okay. They seem to like you.
Most things do. Animals and such. I don't know why. They used to follow me home all the time.
Really?
My parents got really upset.
I had a similar problem. With snakes, mostly.
Oh, I love snakes.
Me too.
They're really smart.
Extremely intelligent. I'll show you. He walks off with Sereia in tow, I guess.
They will go to prom together, I'm calling it now.
Tall and small.
Oh yeah, he's
the one that found the frogs. Maybe he's the one that did it.
Well, keep your friends close, but enemies closer. If she's dating him, we can keep eye on him.
Wait, I missed that part. What?
They like each other. They're interested in the same things. That's why I said don't follow them. Let them get to know each other.
Just because people like the same things doesn't mean that they date. I like the same things as lots of people that I would never date.
Oh no. The attention, it was palpable. They'll date.
I don't know why your mind always goes to these things.
Because
very
it's true.
confusing. Willoughby, are you alright?
Oh yes. I'm fine. I didn't get eaten this time.
This is
Do you really-
improvement, yes?
Yeah, but I'm a little worried. Do you really think somebody in the school is trying to hurt students?
Yes, Quintilius, it's all his fault. We will kill him soon.
Maybe it's just a prank.
Fine, we incapacitate and then we make sure he has to go home. Fine, I will compromise.
Well, only if it's him that's doing it. It might not be him.
It's him. I am sure of it.
Oh, okay.
I will make it my goal to prove it.
I just don't want to ruin our first year of college like we ruined our first year of high school by the murder.
The murder was not my fault.
What?
I'm just saying.
It's nothing. It involved a student at our high school who disappeared under mysterious circumstances. It is nothing.
Sounds
She
scary.
killed them.
I did not kill them.
That wasn't for you. I was talking to Willoughby.
I did not kill anyone.
She killed them.
I wanted to, but I didn't kill them.
I'm gonna go over here and practice my cheers.
You're very good at that. You know, they have a cheer squad here. You should try out for that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
They cheer on for the events, the athletic events.
I wonder how many extracurriculars I'm allowed to have.
How many do you want?
Well, I don't know. The LARPing thing sounds really cool.
That's
The
one.
cheering one sounds really cool.
Vio?
The lifting one sounded interesting. I don't know if I'd be any good at it on account of how small I am, but it might be really fun to try.
Big, strong things come in small packages. Yes?
He sort of like puffs up a little bit.
I think you try everything. That's what we do. It's our first year here. We try lots of things. We see what we like.
Okay. I mean, as long as we get to do it together, I'll try anything.
The lifting.
Well, you don't have to do that. I just mean, I don't know. What do you want to try?
Well, I did see that there is an artist society where they maybe do paintings, make art. That sounds nice.
Well, that sounds like fun.
There's also future entrepreneurs. I think I would do very well there. But I could help out with all of you if you do other things and you want to sell things or you want to get word out around the whole school. I can help. I can be very persuasive. Ask Law. I'm very persuasive, right?
She thinks she is, yes.
I'm very persuasive.
I believe you. Hey, look at that. I think you persuaded me.
All right. As you stand around having this conversation, Sereia, is there anything you want to get up to before you come back?
She's just making sure that the frogs are happy in their new places.
Yeah,
And that they know that if they have any complaints, they can come find her.
They are absolutely convinced. Erzmark Talk sort of leads you up to one of the buildings on Witherbloom's campus, sort of in the south, one of the southern corners, up to the very top floor of this building where there's a big dome. Essentially, there's a big like conservatory up there, but it functions as like a greenhouse. There's birds, there's flowers, there's bugs, there's frogs. It's essentially like a recreation of the swamp area, or it's a bayou technically. Takes you up there, you get the frogs all settled. He helps where he can, and just says you're very good with them.
Thank you. Like I said, things just used to follow me home a lot, and I lived on an island with basically only one other person and a lot of animals and plants for the past couple of years. So,
Wow. Honestly, that kind of sounds like the dream.
the circumstances weren't that fun of how I ended up there, but it ended up being I found some things that I'm good at. So,
Well, that's good.
and I learned magic, and I didn't die.
Both of those are good.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find my friends. I'm gonna have Law have them come check on PT1's rocket pack. I don't know if it should be wearing it long term.
Right. If you need to get back in, just let me know.
Okay, I'll talk to them about it. She's very concerned all of a sudden that this frog is wearing a jetpack still in Mini Bayou.
See you later then.
Okay, bye.
You leave and go find your friends. So the four of you together back again in main campus. There is, as Willoughby most likely knows, one more event on the docket for orientation day. Now that it is the afternoon, everybody is through their orientation. The extracurriculars fair, which they're setting up in some of the study rooms in the Biblioplex. And you're all encouraged to attend. There will be tables that every extracurricular has set up. And you can talk to a representative of them and see if you would like to sign up and join. So unless you guys want to do anything else, I'm going to head back over to the Biblioplex after a very exciting lunch that you've had.
While we're walking over there, Sereia wants to talk to Law about the jetpack that's on the frog. She's very concerned.
Was still wearing the jetpack?
Yes. So I don't know if you're going to have to come to regular maintenance on it, or if it's okay for him to wear it long term. But I'm just worried about him showing up all of the other frogs because he has a jetpack and the rest of them don't. So I'm not saying that you should make all of them jetpacks because I feel like Buff in particular would be very dangerous with the jetpack. But I just think that maybe we need to take the extra jumps out of it. I don't really know how that works, but
so it'd be more for a fashion thing now than anything else. I don't think it would. The fuel probably ran out with that last jump.
Oh, okay.
So I could make more jetpacks for the other frogs. I had some ideas that I'd like to try because I didn't win.
We should start a frog racing club.
We should. That sounds like a really good idea, actually, because I have a lot more ideas. Because I had one where instead of the jetpack, we sort of do like a glider situation with the frog and see if about maybe like a wingsuit or something. And
you could water cool it.
So it brings out like a sketch of a book and starts writing down ideas. Maybe. What about water propulsion systems too? Because frogs are amphibious, so we need some way for them to travel.
Then they'd be fast in the water too. We have to think about what kind of damage they could do to the ecosystem that they're in when they're a lot faster.
So we need faster bugs too to balance things out.
Yes.
Okay, so then I'll work on the same sort of principles for insects too.
We could set up a mini habitat to test how it works in an ecosystem in an enclosed situation.
I don't even think I'm using... Well, I haven't been in my dorm yet, but I imagine I could probably rope off like a pretty good section of that for this experiment.
There's a lot of unused biology classrooms and stuff. We might be able to use one of those in the Witherbloom campus. So we'll have to talk about this more.
I like this. It just reminds me. I'm making a note now. Giselle tells me I need to make more notes to remember things, so I'm doing that.
Oh no! Did we just become on our way to criminal masterminds?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Start the underground frog racing league.
Yes, perfect.
Giselle will do publicity.
UFRL.
Perfect.
Urfels. I have nothing else to add to this scene. Yes.
Nope. We're setting up a tiny ecosystem for fast frogs and fast
I
bugs.
also imagine that
enough.
as part of this scene, Sereia and Law completely ended up walking the wrong direction, and Willoughby and Giselle had to go get them and
steer us back.
Yeah.
No, it's in here.
Yes. Giselle is probably just talking to Willoughby the whole time of just, okay, so you have to go to all of the different places that you're interested in, but make them convince you. Hmm?
Well, how do I make them convince me? I mean, what if I'm just convinced?
You don't want to look too eager. You want them to want you to join their club.
Oh, but I am eager.
Being eager is fine, but keep it secret.
Oh, okay. I'll try. I don't really know how to do that.
You want to watch me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll show you how it's done. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, it's over here. You have to go get them.
Oh, okay.
You chase down your party members that have ADHD and direct them back to the Biblioplex. And you head back toward the study rooms that are sort of back in the back. where you see some banners hanging up, some pennants that are of the different colleges and the different intramural teams, have some jerseys hanging up and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I want to know what extracurricular activities you're interested in order to meet some of these people. Anybody raring to go?
I want to go talk to the entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Well, I was also planning on talking to the entrepreneurs, so I can just kind of be in the background for this as furiously making frog notes.
Okay. We will head over there.
I'm gonna watch Giselle have them convince her to join
Okay.
because Willoughby doesn't get it.
Alrighty. Let me pull up the representative here. So you make your way over to the table for the future entrepreneurs of Strixhaven. There is a young man standing behind the table. It's very nicely set up. There's a nice like dark gray tablecloth over the table, lots of folders that are set up and pens and things. And he stands behind it. He is pretty young, human, brown hair that is sort of like perfectly coiffed back. And he wears this sort of high-necked shirt with several sort of pennants and like medals attached to it. I will show everyone what he looks like in a moment, because there's 7 million pieces of art in this book. But you approach, and he sort of is already standing up straight, but sort of stands up very, very straight. Gives you a smile, and sticks out his hand for a handshake. Welcome. I'm Grayson.
Grayson, I'm Giselle.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Are you interested in joining some of the clubs?
Well, yes, we're making our way around to see what looks interesting. I worked pretty extensively with my family business at home, so I hope to bring those same skills as an asset to my extracurriculars.
Well, that's an excellent way of looking at it. I am the first-year representative for the future entrepreneurs of Strixhaven, so if you have any questions, feel free. I'm your man, today anyway.
What sort of activities does the group get involved in during the school year?
Well, it depends on what sort of activities you're looking for. I assume we do a variety of things. We try to meet every 2 weeks. We all bring different business theories we like to discuss. We take turns putting on presentations, that kind of thing. And any students who are interested in startups or starting their own business here on campus, we throw our support behind them, so helping people either sell their wares or services, things like that. And the funds that those startups generate then fuel the rest of our club's activities.
So if you have startup, you have to give money to the club.
Well, all the clubs have dues. Well, most of the clubs have dues. But yes, in particular, especially so we can put on conventions and help then invest that money back into those businesses.
All the money or just dues money?
Or just part of it. Obviously, we're not going to take everyone's profits.
I see. So we could help with several business ventures throughout the school year.
Yes.
Very interesting. Have you helped with any business ventures so far?
Well, strictly speaking, no. But I'm a first year, same as you, I assume.
Yes.
So I did a lot of organising over the summer.
Oh.
PR work.
Oh, very nice. So we could do that as well.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, do you have any materials that I could read over before I decide?
I do. And he picks up one of the very nice folders that he's very proud of, and hands it over to you. Everything you need should be in there. Information about the club, how the dues work, our meeting schedule, and contact information.
Lovely.
Soraya's gonna kind of lean in. You didn't realize she was there, and she's gonna like kind of flip through the stuff that Giselle's got in there. She's like, "Do you have a printout of a model business model for when you've been helping these startups?"
There should be a couple of examples in there, in the back, yeah?
Here you go.
Thank you.
Law looks up, finishing a note. Do you have access to any sort of facilities as part of your club, like workshops or other anything like that?
Well, we have the same access that all students do to everything on campus and everything in our colleges that we're a part of or on track to become a part of. So, but yeah, for club activities, it does become easier to sign out spaces, get access to things on a tighter schedule.
And if we wanted to be essentially had like a business idea that we liked, but didn't actually want to be involved in any of the marketing of it or anything, would there be a chance to like partner with somebody who might be more interested in doing the talking parts of things?
Sure, yeah, we've
And the
club
managing the
members
business
that are.
and that sort of stuff.
Oh, sure, yeah, we've club members that are invested in sort of all the different areas, and everybody's got their specialty, or their favorite parts.
Soraya's gonna like lean around the corner and hold the second sheet of like the business models, and she's gonna be like, "There's a mathematical error 4 columns down on the right side. You might want to pull this one from the rest of your folders."
Thank you. I'll let them know.
I've looked at a lot of spreadsheets for businesses.
Sure. Are you interested in signing up?
Oh no, I already own several businesses,
Right.
technically.
Well, a lot of our members do as well, if you're looking for like-minded folk.
Oh, it wasn't my idea to own them.
Right.
I just do. Okay. She's gonna wander away.
Okay. Well, Giselle and sorry I didn't catch your name.
Me, Law.
Oh. Can I interest you in maybe coming to our first meeting of the semester?
Sure. When is it?
That would be next week, Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be there. How do you feel about frogs?
They're perfectly fine little
Okay,
creatures,
good.
I assume. Do you have a frog?
Not yet.
Okay.
I've created a monster.
Well, in that case, I'll see you both next week. I'll put you down for the meeting.
Thank you so much for your time, Grace.
You're welcome.
Sort of leans down to Willoughby. Did you see?
Yes, I took lots of notes.
Mm-hmm. Make them sell it to you. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you try.
Oh, okay.
Which one do you want to go to?
How about that Iron Lifter Society one?
Oh, that's with the I think Greta, who did the
Mhm.
frog racing, was in.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go there.
Okay.
All right, you head over to the table for the Strixhaven Iron Lifters Society, and you see a familiar face sitting behind the table, a little frazzled, but still wearing the same tank top as before, big red pigtails. Greta sort of kicked back, boots or sneakers up on the table, sees you coming, kicks them off. Oh, well, hey.
Hello. Are are you okay after all that frog stuff?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry I wasn't much help. Just got kind of crowded in there, and there was so much chaos. I couldn't really tell what was going on.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We figured it out.
Yeah, I'll say that was pretty awesome.
Oh, shucks. So I was wondering if you could tell me what it is the Strixhaven Lifters Society. What do you do?
Sure. Yeah. Well, in the strictest sense, we lift. We are all folks that are very interested in fitness and getting our bodies right, so our minds can be there too, and we make friends along the way.
Very interesting.
I think so.
And what kind of activities and events do you do?
Oh, well, we work a lot with the Silk Ball Club. A lot of us are referees, and some of us play too. It's pretty rad. I don't play myself, not quite fast enough, but I like to pitch in and then ref over there from time to time. It's awesome. Then every year we put on a competition.
What kind of a competition?
A lifting competition.
Oh,
yeah, we have.
that makes sense.
Yeah, we have Strixhaven's strongest every year. And basically, we see who can lift the heaviest thing. There's some pageantry to it. I'm not really into that side of it. I just in it for the lifts.
Well, do you have any materials that I could read over before I make my decision?
Yeah, we've got some flyers. If that would help. Sure. She hands one over.
Thank you so much for your time. You have been very convincing.
Well, thanks.
You did a great job convincing me.
Well, thanks. Well. All right.
He gets all shy and scurries back to Giselle.
That was a very good job. And you made her feel very good.
Oh, really? You think so? I was gonna join like right away. I didn't need any convincing, but
Think of it this way. You helped her to practice for someone that may have needed some more convincing.
oh.
So you join and you help her.
I'm gonna help everybody. And he just scurries off to the nearest booth.
Okay. So Willoughby scurries away. Anybody else you guys want to talk to?
I mean, I think we need some more Cadorus in our lives. I was hoping to go see about the Artist Society, perhaps.
Okay. Yeah,
Willoughby will
you
meet you there.
you make your way toward the sort of the arts side of the tables. They're all kind of set up together. There is a table for the Distinguished Society of Fine Artists. Cadorus is not there. He's actually 2 tables down at the table for the live action role playing guild.
Darn it. It's okay. It's okay.
But you can speak to him anyway. A young woman you have not met before. Get out of here, Grayson. You're off stage.
You're so hot, though. Bye, Grayson.
So a young human woman who's got black hair, sort of tan skin, black hair kind of pulled up in a bun, blue eyes, big smile. She greets you. Let me show you what she looks like. But she greets you immediately with a wave. She's got a few sort of papers and things kind of scattered around. She's got like a book that's like open on the corner of the table, like she's been reading it while people aren't around. She says, "Hi, welcome, artists and maybe future artists. I'm Nora."
Hello, Nora. I'm Giselle.
"Hi, Giselle. Nice to meet you."
So, what does the Society of Fine Artists do? I assume they make art.
Yes, so we make art, study art, go to see other people's art. We do a lot of work keeping the gallery as well in the biblioplex. But yeah, we do quite a lot. It's hard to pin it down really because we have so many different artists and so many different mediums at our disposal. We welcome all kinds, really. Except for the stage artists, those are really kind of in their own world, but they're welcome to join in. We have some classicists that like to join us as well.
Oh. Giselle's sort of veneer thing drops, hearing about the gallery and everything else. Oh, I did some work with my family, keeping galleries and such, looking over different pieces of art. So that sounds very interesting to me.
Oh, I'm glad. I can give you a little bit of material. We have a flyer and such. But yeah, we do a lot of work. We spend a lot of time in there. We have our meetings in the gallery, in the biblioplex as well. And we take care of all of the installations and everything that are there.
So the group gets to do the choosing of where and what gets showcased?
Yeah, pretty much with faculty approval, but we handle a lot of it, and basically they sign off as long as it's not, too wild. Even then, it can get a little wild from time to time.
That definitely sounds up my alley. Well, yes, if you have any flyers, I would love to come to a meeting.
Yes, we have our first meeting is going to be at the end of next week, so.
Wonderful.
She
Thank you.
hands you a flyer. It's great to meet you.
Really nice to meet you too. Looks over to Willoughby, like realizing she didn't do what she was supposed to do. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Okay, I must go now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Willoughby goes to scurry after her, turns on his heel, just, "You've been very convincing. May I have a flyer?"
Sure. Thank you.
Takes it. "Thank you." And then just scurries back after Giselle.
Anybody else you all would like to speak with?
Sereia wants to meet the people at the show band extracurricular.
Okay. We're gonna do all of the NPCs today. Luckily, they all have wonderful character art you can look at. Thanks, book. Yeah, you make your way over to the table. It's the Strixhaven Show Band Association. And they actually have a few instruments sitting around. One of them is sort of sitting back with a set of bagpipes in her lap, kind of messing with it. There are two people at this table, both young women, both with an equally striking, sort of commanding presence about them. The one that is standing at the table is a young black woman, dark-skinned, curly hair sort of pulled back into a big bun at the back of her head. These very nice, black and white robes on. A sort of serious expression on her face, kind of cocks an eyebrow as you approach. The other has a long sort of black hair, kind of covering part of one of her face, long pointed ears, many piercings, lip, nose, many in her ears as well, bright red lipstick. She's sort of messing with a set of bagpipes, and as you approach, she smiles, and you can see that she has long, pointed canine teeth. The one that is standing at the table sort of looks at her compatriot, looks at you. Hello?
Hi. She's gonna kind of like lean past to the one with all the piercings because Soraya's got a bunch of ear piercings as well, and she's gonna point to one in the same spot. This one hurt the worst for me.
Yeah. They sting a little.
Mm-hmm. After you do 3 or 4 at a time, that third one really hurts.
Yeah. I try to heat up the needle. Makes it go through smoother.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bleed as much that way.
No. Oh, is that a viol?
Yeah, that's Rubina's. It's not mine.
Oh, it's beautiful. I had one like that at home.
She nods. Rubina, who is the one sort of standing there, looking at you, says, "Thank you. Do you play?"
I used to. It's been 3 or 4 years.
Right. Strings only, or anything else?
No, I've had training in most instruments, but I prefer strings.
I do as well.
Small hands.
Yeah, that'll do it. It's the sound for me. Sort of very particular ringing.
It moves through you, not around you. Like
Feel
water.
that. Very much so. The one who is sitting in the chair, sort of fiddling with the bagpipes, sort of leans forward, sets them on the table. So, I'm Aurora, by the way. That's Rubina. We're kind of heading up recruitment for the band this year.
Do you guys do performances around campus or on particular days or individual performances? I've never done a performance with anybody else, only by myself.
Really? Solo work. That's cool.
I'm an only child, and I didn't have a lot of friends.
Hey, same. Yeah, we do a little bit of everything, really. Try to practice at least once a week. Put on a couple of concerts. We also organize a lot of the music events around campus. So bringing in artists, putting on shows. We do some open mic nights too, and then we got the show band stuff. We also help out the cheer squad from time to time, support the Mage Tower team. So pretty much every context you can find an instrument in, me and Rubina are there.
That sounds like fun. Are you looking for new members?
Yeah, pretty desperately, actually. And Rubina kind of elbows her and says, "Aurora, you shouldn't say it like that." What? I mean, it's true. Don't want to look desperate, but we are sort of desperate.
I won't
Small
tell anybody that you
organization.
said desperate.
I appreciate that. Yeah, if you're, did you bring any instruments to campus with you?
No, but I'm sure I could send away to my grandmother or buy some.
Sure. We've also got some spares if you need something in the meantime, need to borrow something. Aurora's got at least 4 gears in her dorm. They're taking up quite a bit of space. She just shrugs. So, yeah, we're gonna get together next week and jam. You ought to come by.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. Here, and she pulls out a flyer and hands it over to you.
She's gonna take it and read it very carefully.
We
Okay.
try to meet on the Rose stage at the Prismari campus, but if that's not available, we'll be at the amphitheater here. So just look around. You kind of can't miss us.
I will be there. I'm not very good with the schedule, but I will really try.
Cool.
Okay, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah. See you around.
And as she goes by the Dragon Chess Club, she's gonna like lean in and she's gonna like move a pawn for somebody. And she's gonna be like, that was gonna get captured. And then just like walk away. They didn't see it. They're like, oh,
What in the world?
why is this strange girl moving my pieces? Oh yeah, that's gonna protect my king. Okay, got it.
Thanks.
A strange girl who happens to be very proficient with a dragon chess kit or whatever it's called. Set, that's the word that I hear.
Yeah. All right. Any others?
I mean, all of them. They're all hilarious.
them?
Like, there's a water dancing club.
There
Like,
is
can
a
we
water
talk
dancing
about a
club.
water dancing club? Like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, there's an intramural water dancing club.
Is that essentially like synchronized swimming, but like with magic?
Yeah, pretty much. Anybody else you guys are dying to talk to?
There's no way I could justify why Law would go talk to the student mages of faith.
I was just about to see if anyone,
I mean, you
if
can.
anyone was gonna go over
Interest? You
can just wander
accidentally
by.
go to their table.
I
there.
think Law-
Willoughby was going around to every table to get the
I
skinny.
literally, I would have gone to it for sure.
We just all follow behind Willoughby, like tentatively.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think you have good reason to. Because the folks that are sitting there are, I would say, exceptionally interesting.
Oh no.
I'll do one more round of folks here. Who's the other one?
Willoughby was voted most likely to join a cult by accident.
Excellent. So you make your way all over to the table of the student mages of faith. They have a sort of a large banner set up that has a ton of religious symbology on it. Pretty much every holy symbol you could think of, every major religion is up there, and then some you're not familiar with as well. But their table has not been visited by a lot of people. They still have a large stack of flyers. But as you approach, the two sort of look up, and one of them stands, an Owlin woman, much taller than Willoughby. Not tall, but probably standing about 5 feet tall, thin. She's got kind of like a flat face with white feathers, a very short beak. She stands and kind of extends a wing a little bit and says, "Oh, hello, welcome. Are you interested in hearing about our club?"
Yes, of course.
Well, we represent the Student Mages of Faith. My name is Shuvadri.
Willoughby Wanderfoot, first year.
Hi, Willoughby Wanderfoot. And this is my friend Mel. Their name is Melothorn. Some people find it a little hard to pronounce. And she gestures to the about 7 foot tall figure of a dryad sitting behind her. A very large person that seems to be made mostly of tree branches. Sort of a flat wooden face, sort of glowing yellow pupilless eyes, and these branches that sort of grow up out of the top of his head that look like antlers. Here they are.
Oh.
He doesn't smile, but he acknowledges you from where he's sitting. Yes, you may call me Mel. Most everyone does.
Nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you as well. And he sits back in his chair. Shivadri sort of smiles again. Can I interest you in some materials, or what are you interested in knowing?
Just what your club does around the campus.
Right. Well, we meet once a week, usually as we can. Of course, people come and go with obligations and things like that. But we meet and we share prayers. We discuss our theologies and others. Sometimes we have some, spirited debates. Everything very friendly, of course. And Mel sort of pipes up again, kind of leaning forward. We also have potlucks. Those are my personal favorite part. He just sits back. Is that something that interests you?
It does sound interesting, yeah. You said you had materials?
Yes. Got a couple of flyers here, and we have a list showing all of the current faiths that are represented in our group, and she hands them over. Mel put them together. I think he did a really wonderful job.
Oh yes, this all looks so neat and orderly. Thank you for your time.
Mel leans forward again, sort of expression still not changing. Thank you for coming to our table.
He scurries off, having completed the last in his collection of extracurricular flyers.
He's done it, folks.
Or his scrapbook.
Yeah.
Does he have a scrapbook?
He is now.
That's just what I imagined him going back to his dorm room, sitting down with like arts
Just
and
like-
crafts things and like markers and
Rubber
putting things into his
cement.
scrapbook. Yes.
Pasting it in there. I love it so much.
All right. So flyers and other materials in tow. You can leave the extracurricular fair, probably ending your day, which has been very exciting. And start getting ready for classes, which start tomorrow. Dun, da, da, da. But yeah, that's where we're gonna have to go ahead and end it for tonight. This wonderful group of new friends that you've made. So we're gonna have to do some talking about which extracurriculars you all want to join, what you get when you join them, because you will get a student die and you will get a relationship point with one of the NPCs that is in the extracurricular. You can technically join as many as you want, but you have to balance all of that and all those relationships. So we'll be thinking about that, and we'll talk about that for next time. So thanks everybody for playing with me here today. Thank you to our wonderful friends as well out there in the chat for joining us. We're gonna get ready to go away for the evening here. So real quick, we'll go around, give me a star and a wish, and then tell the people out there where they can find you on the internet. Does anybody want to go first? Never.
I'll go. My star goes to Rob for just everything about Willoughby. And just running around and telling everybody they did a good job, and the cheers, and just everything. Just everything today. It just made me so happy.
Willoughby's the best hype man.
There's
Such
a little
good idea.
Willoughby in all of us.
If there actually was, the world would be so much better for it, let's be honest. My wish is I want to see people go out on some dates. I'm looking for some date action.
We can definitely do that.
And hi,
who are you?
again. Oh yeah, that part. Hi. Sorry, I got distracted by shipping. Hello, I am Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek said, I'm here 7 nights a week. I'm here on Monday. You found me. Yay. On Wednesdays, you can find me over on twitch.tv/critical misses playing some good queer society, 8 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be a lot of fun. We get renewed for a second season. Yay. It'll be a lot of fun. We've got one more, actually. It's our finale this week, so definitely come check that out. And yeah, on Thursdays here, 8 o'clock Eastern, I run our game of Urban Shadows, Elegant Creatures. It's monsters and smooching. It's great. Although we haven't had that many smooches yet. I've been aiming for more smooches. I'm gonna work on this. But yeah, you can see me on Fridays coming up soon, every other Saturday for Star Power, and on Sundays for Dusk Calls Dead. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff. It's been a lot of fun. Thanks.
Excellent. Who else?
I will go because I have a comment that if Sereia or Giselle don't go on an accidental date with Quintilius because both of them kind of hate him, I'm going to be genuinely disappointed. Like
Giselle.
Accidental date where, or maybe all three of them end up in a situation where it's like, wait, we hate it. Wait, do we not hate him?
We go to
Do we hate
spy
him?
on him
Yeah,
and then
like,
end up
wait.
having dinner and go, wait, what?
Wait, what? How did this happen? Is he charming? Are we
He could
happy?
be
What?
a very persuasive.
Just because it would be a funny twist because they both hate him. So my star, it's so hard tonight, but I'm gonna have to give it to Val again for Law, and I don't know what's happening with Sereia and Law, but they might become villains.
I think so.
I don't know.
I think they're
Like,
this was their villain. Villain
they're
origin
well
story.
on their way to somehow just creating a habitat where they're testing the environmental impact on fast frogs could very quickly turn into something
Into a frog army.
that is them having a giant frog army that can change from small to big at will. I don't know where it's going, but I love it.
Fueled by mega insects.
Yeah, so it's very strange, and I'm loving every second of the two ADHD characters and every interaction that they're having. It's so much fun. And then my wish is I want to find more out about everybody's little backstories. That's my wish. I want little pieces of everybody. It's fun. It's my favorite part about D&D. All the secret drops. I love it.
Yeah, because Sereia dropped a ton today.
Holy shit! I still have no
Yeah,
idea.
I have a lot of
questions.
I have a lot of questions.
Yes. So many questions.
That's what I do.
So you're a lady and you own businesses, but you also were kept against your will on an island. Cool.
It's fun. So yeah, that's my wish is more. I love dropping random things like that with characters and then seeing what happens. So I want more of that for everybody. So everybody's confused and has lots of questions about each other, including NPCs.
Yes. Wonderful. Where can people find you on the internet?
Oh yeah, that part. I'm Rachel Elizabeth. You can find me here on Twitch at Rachel Elizabeth, and I'm on Sundays on LB Hackham's channel. I don't know if they did the official rebrand over there to the Hack Recklessly channel yet, but I know that's happening soon. And then I'm here on Mondays and on Twitter and Instagram at Rachel is a mess with a Z in the middle instead of an S. That's all I have.
Awesome. Who's next?
I can go.
Okay.
So my star goes to Val for rocket propelled frogs.
Run, frog.
Love it. It's living rent free in my head. It's like the frog in a car, but like a little rocket frog. I love it. I love it so much. And my wish is that we in fact see Rocket Frog return. No, my wish is it's a bonus wish. My wish is that we get to spend more time with all of these NPCs. And I did not know there was an entire relationship mechanic to this module. So
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
am
talk about it.
intrigued. I'm intrigued. I'm concerned. I'm scared. but I'm excited. And hey, I'm Rob. Hi, how you doing? Hey, how you doing, champ? I'm your cool bisexual vacation dad here on the internet, playing TTRPGs, producing TTRPGs, writing TTRPGs. It's a whole freaking thing. You can currently find me here on Mondays. Hey, how you doing? And you can find me every other Saturday here as well for Saturday Night's Pathfinder. And additionally, there are a couple of exciting things in the near future for the month of May that I will be a part of. So keep an eye on my Twitter box. It's at Bonus Stage Rob. And yeah, thanks for playing, everybody.
Right.
I think that just leaves me.
Yep.
Hi. Stars and Wishes. I'm going to. Can I tear my star in half and give out half and half? Because I frog shenanigans all around, because that was like the first half of the session. Obviously, is that Giselle's cheering during the frog during the frog race really got to me. I loved it. The really reluctant cheering, and then the really fervent like dissing, the heckling. I really liked that. And then I have to give the star to the frog crime syndicate that we're about to create. Sereia and law. No, not that's not. Hi, I'm Val at the Kraken's Crown on Twitter and Twitch.
Did you do a wish?
No, I'm skipping on to that. I just lost myself.
They just ripcord it out of the wish.
Oh, my wish is going to be. I don't know. I'm getting everything I want out of this game. I can't imagine wishing for anything.
I'm putting a stream marker on that one.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's the only compliment you're gonna get from me.
I'm gonna make that my fucking ringtone.
I think my wish is actually gonna be, I'd love to get into some of the sports shenanigans. Now that we learned that there's a sport team,
There's a couple.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. Either going to a game or somehow getting roped into it, where all of us have to like guest star for the sports team. I don't know.
That's what they call it.
They got food poisoning and
Substitute.
yes,
They all got turned
guest
into
star.
giant frogs.
As you can tell, I'm a huge jock. I love the sports, and yeah, so that would be really fun.
It can be done.
But hi. Now I'll talk about me, Val, Kraken's Crown. You can see me on Fridays. I talked about Neon Gods. We're starting that up soon. Come join us for that in a couple weeks on the 13th. We're going to be having our session 0. So come hang out with us there. It's going to be Good Society hack. We've all worked very hard on the mechanics of which, and we will introduce it to all of you then, so come join us there. And then this Saturday for Saturday Night Star Power, we're playing Fate at 5 o'clock Eastern. That's
All
it.
right.
I'm done.
Congratulations, you've all done
Thank
it. Thanks everybody. I've been your dungeon master this evening. I'm Savvy. You can find
Props to
me.
Savvy! Yay!
Yay, Savvy!
I love all these characters so much. I'm so into all of these NPCs.
No, I love you, King. No, you. Uno reverse.
Uno reverse!
Well, draw 4, because we're going to come back next week.
Ayo!
That was a bad joke. You can find me on Twitter. I tweet and retweet when I'm live, which is exclusively here. Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. Either playing games or running them. We'll be back next week. We will be down to Willoughby because Rob has some other cool shit going on.
Oh yeah.
That's
Shit.
next Monday. Rob, you have stuff to do next Monday. Here's your reminder.
Remember
rat
the
row.
thing I said that I would tweet about? It's here.
He's gonna tweet about it because Roz got shit to do on Monday. That was pre-scheduled long before we did this game, so he will be gone. But everyone else will be here, and we will get up to shenanigans where Willoughby definitely will not get kidnapped or eaten or perish.
He'll just take a nap in my purse the whole time. That's fine.
I guarantee you won't perish because
Just
I always make a promise to my
me-
players that I won't kill them off screen.
No, but promise me. It's more important. Promise me he makes it to class on time,
I will do my best.
please. He would not miss his first day of class.
Oh, you guys have your first day of class next time. So I'll tell you what that's all about. And we'll talk about relationships, and extracurriculars, and all that stuff next week and the week after, so we can get a snapshot of Willoughby's as well. But everybody else will be here, so join us for that next week. In the meantime, we just put out the new GGK schedule today with all of our new shows and stuff. So it's on Twitter, it's on our Discord, which you can join. You can also subscribe to our YouTube, where we put all of these videos if you've missed anything or just want to watch us again, because we're so dang charming. But for this show specifically, we will see everybody next week. And until then, good game and good night, Internet.